Hello, I'm Chef Joe Chavez. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to show you how to make the best mashed potatoes you ever had. And just thin slices. I don't have one. First thing you need to know is I don't boil my potatoes, I steam them. I cut them up, I put them in this little steamer, and I slice them as well. I don't cube them, and it seems to come out a lot better that way. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to start slicing the potatoes. I cut them in half, then cut them in quarters, and just thin slices. Now these are just ordinary russet potatoes. You can use, basically any kind of potato you want. If you want to use red potatoes, you can use red potatoes. If you want to use Yukons, use those. Now these are just a plain old-fashioned buttered and half mashed potatoes. I normally use about one large potato per person that's going to be eating with you. We have 5 people, so I normally use about 5 potatoes. And I definitely soak them first. I peel them, I wash them, and then I soak them for a couple hours. It helps get some of that starch out. Makes them a little bit more fluffy and they're not as gummy. Sometimes potatoes get tight when you leave the starch in them. I'm going to put the potatoes in the steamer. And we're going to steam them probably about 25 minutes until, you stick a fork in them and they just fall apart. Put the lid on it. Crank up the heat. Probably take about 20-25 minutes for them to steam up, and then we'll be ready to mash. Now we're going to check to see if the potatoes are cooked, and oh yeah, look at it, it just falls apart with the fork. That's kind of what we're looking for. Exactly what we're looking for. So now I'm going to turn off the heat, and what I think I'll do is I'm going to transfer. Let me get the other mitt. Pull these off. And then I'm going to transfer these potatoes. Drain them a little bit. Right into here. Now, I'm going to add, I think it's about half a cup of butter. Then I got about a teaspoon of sea salt. Potatoes love salt, but you have to be careful you don't overdo it. And I got about a 1/4 teaspoon of white pepper. I like using white pepper for the flavor. It tastes a lot better. And then here I have approximately 3/4 cups of half and half. And you have to be very careful. You can put some in, but you can't take it out. Always remember that. So put a little bit of half and half in it, and then mash it and see where you're at. I don't have one of those fancy ricers that everybody uses. I do it this way. This is kind of old school. I smash them down. Like that looks pretty good. I might add just a little bit more half and half to it, not too much. I don't want them too thick. You know, a lot of people say not to whip your potatoes, so I'm not really whipping it. I'm just gonna basically mash the rest of the potato chunks with my immersion blender with the whip attachment on low speed. So I'm just going to pulse it, and it's just going to finish kind of breaking up those potatoes. And at that point, this point, it looks still looks a little thick, so I might add the rest of my half and half to it. And then I'll use my potato masher. Scrape the sides. Make sure this is the consistency I like, which is actually looks nice and fluffy. Now I give them a taste, and we can adjust the seasoning. Actually, that's perfect. There's no adjustment needed. Nice. Cover them back up and wait for service. And here we have our mashed potatoes. They're nice and fluffy. You can put it in a ramekin like this. Serve them on the side of a plate. You got fried chicken, steak, pot roast, whatever. Gravy, chicken gravy, whatever. There you go. There you have it. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Please remember to click the subscribe button and visit my website at www.chefjoeskitchen.org for more videos and recipes. Remember, food tastes best when it's simple and fresh. See you later.